this fight, it was a good-ass fight. I think Cruz maybe pulled it out. I think Cruz pulled that out. That motherfucker tough. He showed us a look. He got the boxing and the angles and shit. I ain't seen that.
Gervonta Tank Davis came at Lamont Roach the moment news broke about Roach's injured hand. In Tank's view, Roach never had a real shot against Isaac Cruz, even at full strength. He said the game plan was flawed, nothing Roach tried was working, and Cruz should have won outright. Tank doubled down, questioning whether Roach even made adjustments. He ended his rant by saying he'll call names when he feels ready and told Roach to stop riding his momentum because, in Tank's words, this is his show. Shakur Stevenson wasn't buying Tank's version of events. Right after watching the fight, he went on X and said he believed Roach deserved the win. To Shakur, Roach outboxed Cruz, controlled enough rounds and earned the nod. Coming from someone preparing to move up to 140 to face Teofimo Lopez, the take carried weight. Shakur rarely makes casual observations. If he sees something off, he calls it out. Then Ryan Garcia joined the conversation, siding more with Shakur than with Tank. Garcia said he felt Roach edged it in a close fight, maybe by a round or two. Still, he wasn't upset with the draw. From his perspective, Roach did enough to be in the discussion. The one opinion that really mattered, though, was Roach's, and he showed up to the post-fight presser completely drained. The draw clearly hit him. He kept his composure, but it was obvious the result weighed on him. Roach believed he regained control after surviving his first career knockdown in round 3. He expected the scoring to be fair. He didn't feel he got that.
Cam, did you think it was a draw? Cam, do you think it was a draw?
It was a good fight. It was a good fight.
You want to see a rematch?
What you think? A draw?
Cam, you want a rematch?
I would like to see a rematch. Hell yeah.
All right. Great job, Cam. That's what we wanted.
The San Antonio crowd booed him throughout the night, siding heavily with Cruz. But the real blow came later, the injury. Roach left the arena with a broken hand, confirmed by a video he posted from the hospital, his left hand wrapped tight. He thanked supporters and addressed doubters directly. Even from the bed, he reminded everyone that he fought more than 7 rounds with one hand and still kept the fight close enough to end in a draw. Analysts echoed that, noting how impressive the performance was considering the injury. After the knockdown, Cruz looked close to finishing him, but Roach regrouped and forced Cruz to reset repeatedly. He didn't dominate, but he controlled key stretches that many in the arena didn't recognize in real time. That's why the argument erupted the moment the scorecards were read. But the bigger issue is Roach's trajectory. He now has 2 straight draws in major fights against big names. Davis earlier this year and now Cruz. At the presser, he expressed frustration, saying he can't keep battling both opponents and judges. He insisted he won and outboxed Cruz.
Knockout is going to be Pitbull to decision. Definitely going to be Lamont Roach because Lamont Roach got more styles. He can do it. He can fight on the inside. He can fight on the outside. I box you. You know, Pitbull Cruz, he's more of a like one-dimensional fighter. He's coming forward, throwing a lot of punches. So I see Lamont Roach taking this. I see that. I see it like a 65-35 for Lamont Roach.
Anything suspicious about either one of them?
Nah, nothing suspicious. I mean, Pitbull Cruz on the workout.
When you doing your thing. So let's get back to the rematch and box his ears off. Do the Devin Haney, do the Devin Haney, huh? Do the Devin Haney, do the Devin Haney, huh?
He repeated a point he's been stressing since January. All he wants is an even playing field. And he's right that 2 consecutive draws create a strange lane for him. He's proven he can compete at a championship level with pressure fighters and explosive punchers alike. But draws don't build resumes. They don't earn belts or major paydays. They leave a fighter stuck in the almost category, and Roach knows he can't stay there forever.
Competitive matchup between Lamont Roach and Pitbull Cruz. A lot of people thought that Pitbull Cruz won the fight, and a lot of people thought that Lamont Roach won the fight, but overall, it ended up as a draw. Now, Lamont Roach has been cursed with these back-to-back draws, first Tank Davis and now Pitbull Cruz. It just seems like he's not convincing the judges that he deserves that win. Lamont Roach started off fighting in the pocket in the first half of the fight, and it was...
Still, the exposure has been a silver lining. Both draws raised his profile. Engagement is up, his name is circulating, and fans who never followed him now recognize him. Attention is currency in boxing, and right now Roach has more leverage than ever, even without hardware. His name is tied to both Cruz and Tank under the banner of unfinished business, and in this sport, that sells. A Cruz, Roach rematch already has traction.
Wheels, hand speed, coordination, and he know how to hit on the button. He beat him on all the numbers. All the CompuBoxing numbers went in whose favor? Lamont Roach. The fight was over. Even if you want to look at it as technical, he withstood the little bullshit onslaught, and half of that shit was parried, blocked, and he was hitting him on the arm just because it looked good.
Both sides have expressed interest, and the close nature of the first fight makes it easy to justify. Now with the injury revealed, the rematch has even more intrigue. The big question becomes what a healthy Roach looks like in the second meeting. But fans also keep circling the idea of a rematch with Tank. Roach made one thing clear. He won't entertain that unless his conditions are met. He's not chasing Tank or restructuring his career to continue a storyline he believes was compromised the first time around.
Yes, guys, Red Corner Boxing here. So Isaac Pitbull Cruz versus Lamont Roach was declared a majority decision draw out in San Antonio, Texas. The WBC interim super lightweight title stays where it was. Nobody takes it, and to be honest with you, nobody deserved it. A very underwhelming fight in my opinion.
When he spoke with Marcus Hayes, he didn't sound like someone campaigning for the rematch. The conversation opened with the cancelled Jake Paul Gervonta Davis exhibition, a $40 million spectacle that collapsed. Roach wasn't focused on Tank's payday or the main event fallout. His concern was for the undercard fighters whose training camps and expenses went to waste. He understands what it's like to prepare for a night that disappears overnight.
What about Lamont Roach versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz?
I don't know why, but I feel like Pitbull Cruz is gonna go out there guns blazing. I feel like Cruz can beat him by almost even a knockout, you know? I got Cruz winning by...
Once Hayes brought up the possibility of a Tank rematch, Roach didn't hesitate. He said it's possible, but it must come with protections and structural guarantees. He refuses to walk into another chaotic setup.
I think the best thing to do is move forward with an immediate rematch, and I would say on somewhat a level playing field. I don't know why they think that the judge or the ref was on my side when I got hit low a lot. I got hit low a lot. I mean, it's boxing, it happens. I got hit low a lot, and he was holding every exchange. So, you know, I'm not complaining. It was for a hell of a fight, but it's...
The last thing he wants is another situation where he builds a camp, gets ready, and watches things fall apart for reasons unrelated to him. He's not risking his legacy on someone else's instability, and he's not accepting a weak deal just to keep the story going.
While he definitely won the fight against Tank Davis, he started a little slow here, he started with weird strategy. I don't hate this tie. And both these guys, if they decide to run it back, I'd enjoy the rematch. Or at their weight class, there's a lot of good options. Sabril Matias, Dalton Smith are having a fight. They could take the winner of that. Maybe Tank Davis comes back and they could actually rematch him. And then there's the Tia Shakur fight. They could take the winner of that fight. But I think we all want to see the rematch.
He made it clear. His legacy is not tied to Gervonta Davis. Most fighters who go the distance with Tank get branded by that fight for the rest of their careers, but Roach is fighting that narrative. If he becomes a star at 140, he wants the recognition to be for his own accomplishments, not because of another man's name.
It's some bullshit, man. I don't know what I gotta do.
Hey man, you gotta knock him out.
We're gonna go back to the drawing board. I don't accept it at all. I did thought I wanted a close fight, and I just
That frustration stems from the way negotiations with Tank were handled previously. Even though Roach stayed mostly quiet publicly, it was clear he was uncomfortable with how things unfolded. He felt disrespected by the process. The fact that he mentioned arbitration shows how serious the situation became. When arbitration is part of the conversation before a rematch is even agreed upon, it means the first experience left a mark.
There's no knock on Lamont Roach. He's a good fighter, very good fighter.
Very good fighter.
Now, like Sam said, hey, this is different. This is different atmosphere.
Different atmosphere.
Very different. You know what I'm saying? He had to be ready.
Yeah. So what we gotta do, Mills, we gotta prepare for the excuses. Oh, you know, it was different, the weight, the drained, you know, we don't know, it's gonna be something, but you know.
Meanwhile, online critics have been claiming Roach is leaning on excuses after the Cruz fight. They point to his comments about the broken hand, fouls, holding, and fairness, and argue he's avoiding accountability.
I was gonna withstand that, and people get tired around round 6 or 7. I didn't want to make the joke, but around 6 or 7, he gets tired.
Oh, like Frank Martin did, 6'7", right. No, it's okay. It's all right.
around that round, he gets tired, starts to slow down, and it'll be clean sweep after that. I don't know if he's going to stop him. I don't know if it's going to be all 6 rounds.
Some fans believe that instead of acknowledging Cruz built an early lead and forced Roach to claw back, Roach listed too many explanations. That fueled the idea that he couldn't accept the possibility that he didn't do enough to secure a clear victory.
How you see that fight going?
It's gonna be a good. I don't think Roach has ever been in with somebody like that throws a lot of pressure like that.
Yeah.
And he's good under pressure. I think he's just gonna try to turn Pitbull Cruz and keep trending him. So see how it plays out.
Man, do you miss being in that ring, man?
All the time, man.
All the time.
Shit, I'm trying to get another one lined up.
The crybaby accusations are harsh, but that's how online boxing discussions go. When fighters mention injuries or fouls, fans often interpret it as complaining. Roach said before the fight that he would make a statement and show he was levels above Cruz. When the performance didn't match that promise, the backlash was predictable. Confidence before the fight always turns into criticism afterward if the result is unclear.
Selling the idea that Roach was winning in spots where he wasn't, and that Pitbull was having less success than he was. And so that was a bit distracting for me, and I could see it to be swaying for some people who are watching the fight. And while you say that neither one of them has a
major point fans keep bringing up is the 7th round point deduction against Cruz. Without that deduction, which came without a verbal warning, many believe Roach loses outright. They argue that moment kept Roach alive on the cards, and they use it to dismiss his complaints about fairness.
I thought Roach won. I thought he edged it out, but that fight was a really good fight. It deserves like an immediate rematch.
Yeah? Why'd you feel Roach edged it out?
But Roach was just pushing him back. And Roach landed more shots and the cleaner shots. Better shots, cleaner shots,
Did you see Pitbull different from when you fought him?
Thing is, bro, you can't.
Roach, however, focused on how the hand injury forced him to change his approach. He said he felt it go around the 5th and had to rely on timing and movement instead of volume. He pointed out moments where Cruz stopped pushing forward and began reacting. Roach believes he disrupted Cruz's rhythm and controlled the late rounds.
Let's be honest, man. Before the Tank fight, it was kind of hard to see Roach being an elite to top tier guy. He's a decent fighter, solid fighter. We know what Pitbull is. And it just kind of showed here, man.
But fans rarely accept nuanced explanations. They want a fighter to say he won or lost, nothing else. Anything in between sounds like deflection to them. When Roach mentioned the injury, fouls, officiating, and fairness collectively, people interpreted it as excuse-making. That fed the narrative that he's not elite, with critics reducing context to complaints.
Kenny, Regis, what do you guys thought about the decision, man?
I thought Roach won, bro. Close fight. Close fight. I thought Lamont pulled it out, though. It was a close fight, but I feel like Roach won it. It's close.
Are you mad at the draw, or you thought the draw was okay?
I'm not mad at the draw, but I didn't think it was a draw. I thought Roach won. If that makes sense. Yeah, for sure. I thought Roach won. I thought Lamont won. We understood it's going to be.
Roach is in a tough place. He wants to move forward at 140, but fans keep pulling him back into the Tank storyline or the Cruz debate. He says he's moved on, but because he's open to a rematch only under strict conditions, critics twist that into being indecisive. And now he's entering a division where every matchup is harder.
Interesting. Roach he's the better technical fighter. Let's get that out of the way. He's the purist. He's the sweet science guy, right? But he's also the guy who's probably not as much fun to watch as Cruz. We love Cruz. Not that Roach ain't fun to watch. I love to watch a surgeon at work, and he can be a surgeon. I love to watch.
Fighters at 140 are bigger, their punches land heavier, and the division is stacked with competitive matchups. A Cruz rematch at this weight only adds difficulty. Cruz's power carries up well, and Roach knows he can't afford another slow start if he wants to control the judge's perception.
But I reached a 113-113 draw, and I think when you look at it that way and you rate each round rather than just looking at the stats at the end, because just because you outlanded someone, well, most of those punches could have been thrown in one round. What did you do the next 2 rounds? What did you do the round before?
He also understands that the window for opportunity doesn't stay open forever. At 25-1-3 he has a strong record, but draws don't help when promoters want definitive outcomes. That's why he keeps pushing for an even playing field. He wants a fight where external factors can't swing momentum. Agree or disagree, he's trying to remove noise and earn a clean win. He's not begging for rematches or chasing unstable situations. He refuses to repeat the chaos he experienced before. That's why he's approaching a Cruz rematch with more caution. He's learned what can go wrong and wants to protect the moment where his career could finally elevate. But what do you think happens next? Share your thoughts and stay tuned for more updates.